So I'm thinking about South Florida right now. So another big mass shooting that happened. 17 people have been killed. At least 17 people that we know of. And so this is horrible. Valentine's Day massacre. What we know so far is a 19-year-old former student. Somebody commented that both parents had died. So he didn't have any parents. He's an orphan. He's 19 years old. He was expelled. But that, I don't know what he did. So I don't know how heinous his crime was. It's got to be embarrassing being 19 and still in school. And then he's an adult, right? So then, therefore, criminal charges could fall upon him. But to, expel him, to exile him, to sort of kick him out in disgrace, to alienate him, if the punishment, if it warrants the crime, the punishment should fit the crime. But, what about mental health? What about a whole bunch of stuff, right? He's orphaned. Does he know what's... That was his day-to-day routine. And so I guess the only thing that I want to mention right now is that we're going to get through this. Right? We always have got through this. We do go through a lot of mass shootings, and it's horrible. It's disgusting. It's despicable. It's, the worst crime ever. All those people's lives are over and done with. And that's the end of their chapter. Not only is that, it for them, but also whatever they were going to become. So I want to actually do sort of a compare and contrast for all the massacres that have taken place so far. Because death is all around. Death is everywhere. And shitting a brick isn't going to help anybody. So 17 people were killed. This 19-year-old killed some people, killed students. So this is like a Sandy Hook kind of thing. You got children, you got young people, it's a school shooting. But we've been here before. 17 people died. Las Vegas, the worst single shooter, was 59 people. So we've gotten through a lot worse. There was that Texas church, November 2017. 26 were killed. That was worse. Sandy Hook, 28 people were killed. That was worse. And all of them are less than 9/11, 3,000 people. And then the Battle of Shiloh and Antietam. The Civil War killed more Americans. Over 500,000 Americans were killed in the Civil War. So when it comes to single day deaths, the Civil War, there's like the top 13 of the top 20 are Civil War dates. So there was a time when we were killing one another at, it was war, right? So we were expected to, and it was, so anyways, we've had worse experiences. So the other massacres, the other shootings that have occurred throughout the world. And the last year, just real quick, I want to mention the last year ones. The 17 Americans were killed in 2017. So 17 Americans were killed. And I actually have a list of all of them that had died. And that's the same number that was killed in this shooting. And in Iraq, we still have Americans dying in Iraq. And 17 is kind of a low number for a war over the entire year. But every individual matters, right? Every individual, so it doesn't matter if you're old, if you're young, every person's life is valuable. And 17 Americans were killed in the Iraq War for last year. And 17 Americans were killed yesterday on Valentine's Day here in the States, in Florida, which would be the same place where a lot of crazy stuff. Orlando shooter was there too, who passed a background check. He's 19. He probably passed a background check. They all pass background checks. So really it's the squeaky clean that you got to be skeptical of. Who's above the law? Judges, prosecutors. I mean, whoever is squeaky. You didn't litter. You never had a seatbelt violation. Nothing, huh? Just perfect. Never did anything wrong. Never insulted anybody. Never give anybody a stink eye. So I'm going to cut this off at 5 minutes, but there's Rohingya Muslims. There's a bombing in Kabul. Just take it to